Hello and welcome to this FPL Gameweek 16 edition of FPL Hacks with me, Holly Shand. Today I'm going to be doing another watchlist update, so I'll be looking at 2 players in each position of defender, midfield and forward for who you ought to be transferring in over the coming weeks. Let's get into it. Starting with defenders then, the number one man on the list is Liverpool's Trent Alexander-Arnold. He's seen his price go up from a high starting point of 7.5 right at the start of the season. He's now up to 8.1 and he showed his class in recent weeks. I know there's been a lot of eye-catching defenders in the game delivering fantasy points, but the cream rises to the top and is absolutely justifying that 8.1 million price tag right now. Liverpool are now on 9 clean sheets for the season, the highest of any team. They've leapfrogged Chelsea and Man City in recent weeks, who have made a few defensive errors, and Trent himself is putting in the attacking returns too. 3 assists in the last 4 game weeks. He's also top for key passes in that time with 12, and Liverpool's defence is looking very solid. In their last 4 games, they've conceded just 23 shots, the lowest of any side in the Premier League. The second defender on my list is Spurs' Ben Davies. He's just 4.4 million and he's doing very well for his price tag. Reguilon is currently flagged with an injury, so that could allow Davies to move into that wing-back role like we saw against Norwich, where he grabbed a couple of assists. And we've seen plenty of defensive consistency from Spurs since Antonio Conte took charge there. 3 clean sheets in their last 4 games. The only thing to note though for our Spurs assets is that the fixtures are starting to turn a little bit for the worse, having got through the best of their nice run over the last few game weeks. Moving on to midfielders now, and one man who grabbed the headlines in game week 15 was West Ham's Jarrod Bowen. He got a goal and an assist against Chelsea, and that has got fantasy managers sitting up thinking, do we need to consider him for our fantasy sides? He's been posting some excellent numbers. He did have a surprise benching the other week with the fixtures quite congested, but he looks like he's returning to form now. 9 shots in his last 4 games and also 3 big chances. And with West Ham now facing Burnley and Norwich in their next 3 games, the worst of the fixture tough run behind them, now could be a great time to invest. Likewise, looking again at Spurs, Heung-min Son looks like a fantastic option. Fantasy managers have been wondering for a few weeks whether to go with Kane, whether to go with Son, and I think the proof has been in the pudding in recent weeks. 2 goals and 1 assist for Son under Conte in the Premier League. Nothing from Kane, so Son is the one that we need to go with now. And this weekend, Spurs play Brighton, who have got a number of defensive issues, not least because Lewis Dunk, their captain and central defender, has been ruled out with injury for the rest of the calendar year. So I think that could play into Spurs' hands for that game. And Son has had 7 shots and 5 key passes in his last 4 games. So there's plenty of potential there for both goals and assists. Looking at our forward lines then, first player on my list here is Watford's Josh King. He's got 2 goals in his last 4 games, and the Hornets are going on a great fixture run. They've got Brentford, Burnley and Crystal Palace in their next 3 games. They're scoring plenty of goals this season, and I can see Josh King adding to his goal tally with those upcoming fixtures. And because Ismaila Sarr is currently ruled out through injury, Josh King is also on penalties as well, which is going to be very good for him. Watford have won quite a few penalties so far this season. The second player on my forward watch list is Cristiano Ronaldo. Obviously going to cost you quite a lot of your fantasy budget, but looking at those upcoming fixtures, the next 3 against Norwich, Brentford and Brighton, he could be well worth it. New manager bounce expected at Old Trafford, and it's looking promising. Looking at Ronaldo's recent form, 15 shots in his last 4 games puts him top among all players, and it looks like under Rangnick he's also going to be on penalties. It was Bruno Fernandes at the start of the season under Solskjaer, but that change just adds an extra dynamic to Ronaldo's ability to gain attacking returns over the next few weeks. Now, if there's anything that I haven't covered in this video that you want answering, do get in the comments and I'll do my best to answer all of them before the deadline. If you've enjoyed watching, please give this video a like and subscribe to the channel as well. And all that's left for me to say is good luck everyone for FPL Game Week 16.